relax, the Marines are here. We got this place on lockdown, so go ahead and bring your Spartans on home.
You got eyes on Shadow too?
Spartan Horatio Fry's tone made it obvious that his question was more rhetorical than practical. He'd spent enough time with this group to know that Spartan Nina Kovan always had eyes on. Kovan was a no-nonsense, walking death sentence, with an aim as true as her word. And as Fireteam Shadow's designated marksman, she did indeed have eyes on everything.
Affirmative. Is Stone in range of the summit site?
Kovan adjusted the advanced optics suite integrated into her gun gear class Mjolnir armor to key in on nearby Covenant firebase that had established just 2 days earlier.
Looks like they haven't gotten their ball to roll just yet.
It's got the ball rolling.
Spartan Benita Stone couldn't help but crack a smile at Kovan's butchering of yet another antiquated colloquialism.
But that's good news regardless. Might just be able to stop their little air show before it even starts.
The Covenant Summit site was designed specifically to mass-produce fighter craft at a rapid pace. Shutting down that process would deal a significant blow to the Alien Alliance's ability to gain air superiority in the local sector. For the better part of the week, Fireteam Shadow had been just one of several fire teams that deployed from the UNSC flagship Infinity to battle a zealous Covenant remnant faction for control of an artificial world called Requiem.
Agreed. Shadow 4, how are your baby birds looking?
Props are hot and charges primed, just waiting on your go.
Shadow 4 was Spartan Jason Kidman, whose voice would have sounded raspy even without being fed through the comms mic of his operator helmet. Moments later, his second-generation Mjolnir kit was fully synced with a small flock of TQ-8 Seeker drones, each outfitted with a lightweight but high-yield explosive charge. With the pieces nearly in place, Fireteam Shadow's operation was ready to begin. After Stone cleared the inner perimeter patrols with help from her active camo module, Kidman's drones would drop the doors, allowing Stone and Fry to infiltrate and hit the Covenant firebase at its heart. Prepared to engage, Fry made one last check with Kovan.
Shadow 2, you're on Overwatch. Keep your new toy primed in case we were wrong about that production run, or in case you need to finish the job. There should be enough firepower there in the event we hit trouble.
That won't be necessary, Shadow 1.
Kovan responded.
If you find trouble, I'll hit it for you.
Duly noted.
For a split second, the lower contours of Fry's Goblin-class Mjolnir helmet mimicked a smile that had formed on his own face. Partly in amusement from Kovan's retort, and partly in anticipation of any opportunity to add another blemish to the Covenant's once stellar combat record. Before he could give the final go-ahead, however, a different voice broke through the team's comms.
Fireteam Shadow, this is Spartan Miller in Ops. I'm filling in for Commander Palmer, so apologies to your team's handler, Spartan Carmichael, for going over his head here.
Fry cursed to himself before opening a channel.
This is Shadow Leader. Go ahead, Miller.
Got a job for you. Infiltrate a Covenant cruiser and destroy your power core. I'm sending you coordinates now.
Whatever reservations Fry might have had on hand were not made remotely apparent. Spartans knew that they fought for priorities often greater than their own purview, and that moments lost to protest might ultimately equate to lives lost to the enemy.
We can help you out there. Give us a few to get over to those grid squares.
Fry switched to team comms.
Stand down, Shadow. Change of plans.
Stone was immediately curious.
We're being diverted. Priority op on a nearby Covenant cruiser.
Kidman's focus turned to a more glaring logistics hurdle.
Cruiser? That's going to be an interesting ingress without our limo.
Limo was the team's term of endearment for the D-79 Pelican dropship that had provided the bulk of their transportation between Infinity and each subsequent mission across the surface of Requiem. The nature of their mission at the summit necessitated a more delayed and distant LZ to keep the Pelican out of harm's way when the fireworks began to start. They were too close to the firebase now to be picked up and no longer had the time to get far enough away, and Fry knew it.
Shadow Leader to Spartan Miller. Sorry for the delay, sir. We're meeting heavy resistance in the cruiser. Seems they don't want their spaceship blown up. Understood, Shadow Leader. Keep me informed. Miller, Shadow Leader. Cruiser power core is hit. Overloading progress. We're evacuating now. Expect a light show within 30. Hot damn. Good work, Shadow Leader. Crimson, hold out just a bit longer. Your troubles are over. Shadow Leader, was your team clear? Shadow Leader, we're here, Infinity, and all in one piece. Excellent work, Spartans.